About time we got rid of that goddamn thing. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am the one and only Hypertension, your head of production here at Upsurge Esports. Welcome to the 2020 fall season. Starting off tonight, we will have the draws for both Rocket League and League of Legends. But first off, we are going to get the boys in cars on their way, because legitimately there's about over 150 League of Legends teams that I'm going to have to run my head through a wall to get through later. So we're going to keep things simple to start off, and unfortunately I won't be able to provide any analysis because I'm not very well versed in Rocket League, so I apologize for anybody disappointed by that. However, getting into it, to start off, we are going to go ahead and swap over to the Rocket League draw. And as we've done it, the way that it has done is we have been putting these teams into S, A, and B groups, ranked based upon their skill level and other factors. There are a certain number of teams within each group. For Rocket League, there are 2 teams in the S group. There are 6 teams in the A group. There are, making sure I did this right. Whoop, I forgot that changed that. Several teams in those. I can't look at it right now, but just know that there are teams in each of the groups. Okay, so 2 in S, 6 in A, the rest are in B. So going off, we have drawn the first team for the UPL Rocket League fall season. And the first team into the Raven Conference is going to be our S tier team, RBG Esports. They will be, as I said, they will be going into the Raven Conference. And that means going into the Rogue Conference will be our other S tier team. That will be Northwood University. And then after that, we move on to our A tier. And our first A tier team to be drawn into the Raven Conference will be Figure 8 Esports. Next up will be the first team drawn into into the Rogue Conference from the A group. That team will be War Heroes. Up next and back into the Raven Conference, it is going to be Winthrop University joining from the A group. And then over in the Rogue Conference, the next A-tier team is going to be 16-Bit Esports. And after that, it looks like the final A-tier team to go into the Raven Conference will be the Wichita Wolves. And with that, that means that Rogue's last A-tier team will be Slaughterhouse. And with that, we are going to keep just rolling on right through it. Apologies again for the lack of analysis, but there's a lot to go through tonight, and unfortunately, I don't know anything about the Rocket League teams. But going on to the B-tier teams, our first team to go into the Raven Conference is going to be the Ottawa Braves Esports team. Now into the Rogue Conference, it looks like it will be Vengeance Esports. And up next into the Raven Conference, the next B-tier team is going to be Black Mamba Esports. Now over back to the Rogue Conference, our next team will be HydraCore Gaming. And then into the Raven Conference, it does appear that we have an open slot that has been slotted into the Raven Conference. This means it is a spot that can still be filled by a team if you are looking to participate in the Upsurge Premier League for Rocket League. Over on the Rogue Conference, our next B-tier team is going to be Lyon College. And then with that the last team slotted into the Raven Conference. That is going to be Meme City Esports from Group B, which means that Hawkeye Community College will round out the Rogue Conference from Group B. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your Upsurge Premier League, Rocket League groups. On the left side, you have Raven. On the right side, you have Rogue. Those are your groups. Now, that will come into play. That will be added to the schedules here shortly. In the meantime, I'm just going to leave this up on the screen for a few minutes. I will have the music playing. In a few minutes from now, it will actually transition to an intermission screen. From there, we will then at the top of the hour be drawing all of the teams for League of Legends. Somebody please have mercy on my vocal cords. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bid you adieu for about the next 25 minutes, and I will see you at the top of the hour. It's about time we got rid of that goddamn thing. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am the one and only Hypertension, the head of production here at Upsurge Esports. Welcome to the rebranded Upsurge Esports Leagues, and thank you for joining us here tonight. Rocket League has already been drawn, so if you are here for that, I recommend rewinding the VOD, watch it over, and see which teams went where. But right now, we are about to get into League of Legends, where we had over 200 applications and 144 teams in these leagues. You guys are trying to kill my voice at this point. And by you guys, I'm not talking about the guys in the back. I'm not talking about like Garrett and Alvaro. I'm talking about you guys. Yes, you sitting at home watching the stream, playing in this league. Oh my God. Watch as I get about 5 messages asking when their team will be streamed. Hey-oh, there's too many for that. But okay, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have several leagues to cover. We will start out with the UPL, followed by the UCL, then the UML, which now is 48 teams and 8 divisions, by the way. That one will take a while. The UJL and the brand new UGL, the Upsurge Gold League. So the way this is going to work is I'm not analyzing a damn thing tonight. Just saying that up front, there's 144 teams. We don't have time for me to sit here and try to analyze everyone. Sorry about that, guys at home. Unlike the World Straw Show, I just simply do not have the time or to research that, let alone to actually put it here on stream. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through the teams. We're going to leave up each one for about 5 minutes after, and then we're just going to go on to the next one. We're going to try to get through these as fast as possible. That way everybody can see who their opponents are, and that way at any questions and whatnot, any open slots, all of those questions can be sent to the admins, being Garrett and Snack Bear. Again, if there are any open slots in any of the leagues, which I believe only applies to the UML and the UGL, I could be wrong there, anybody interested in those spots does need to message Garrett or Snack Bear to try and fill them for the fall 2020 season. So with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our first draw of the evening. It is going to be the Upsurge Premier League for League of Legends. And now pulling up our randomizer that we use, we found a great site. The way that this draw is going to work is that there will be 4 teams in each division. There will be the Cloud Division, the Infernal Division, the Mountain Division, and the Ocean Division. That 4 division system applies to every single league except the UML, where there are 8. We will go over that when we get to them. But within each of these groups in the UPL, there will be 4 teams. And from there, the teams were divided into 3 pools. There's the S pool, which is the 4 highest-ranked teams, and then the A pool, and then there will be 8 B pool teams. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw each group an S pool team, then an A pool team, and then the 2 B pool teams. And with that, the first division that we're going to go over for the S pool teams is going to be Cloud. And the first team drawn into the UPL is going to be the S tier team, Mirage Esports, into the Cloud division. And as that is populating onto the screen, ladies and gentlemen, give it just a moment. We will see. Oh, wait, I forgot that it is actually on there. I'm looking at the wrong spreadsheet, and it did populate on the screen. Cool. So next up onto our list is going to be the Infernal Division, which that S-tier team will be Noble Esports. Now moving on to the Mountain Division, their S-tier team will be Maryville Esports. And that means that the final S-tier team, Zenith Esports, are slotted into the Ocean Division. Now, moving on to our A-tier teams. The A-tier team drafted into the Cloud Division is called TBA, also known as the artists formerly known as XT Esports. Our Tier A team slotted into the Infernal Division is going to be Rovex's Simps. Just saying, with that name, you're probably not going to get streamed a lot, guys. Into the Mountain Division, our A-tier team is going to be a New Dawn. Also, I just realized that there's no music. Hit those pirate jams. All right, now moving on to the Ocean Division. That does mean our last A-tier team has been selected, and that will be Just Randoms. Now it is time for the 8 B-tier teams of the Upsurge Premier League. The first B-tier team to be allotted will be the Harrisburg University Storm into the Cloud Division. And up next into the Infernal Division, their first Pool B team will be, funny enough, Maryville Esports B. We won't get to see Maryville versus Maryville, darn it. Next up is going to be the Mountain Division, where Illinois Wesleyan University will be our first Pool B team into the Mountain. And for the last team of our first round of B Pool teams, that will be Grandview University A, slotted into the Ocean Division. And now on to the last team for each of the groups. The first of the last teams drafted will be into the Cloud Division, Illinois State University. And then into the Infernal Division, the last team in that division will be the University of Texas Dallas Comets. And the last team in the Mountain Division will be Dark Allegiance, which in turn will leave Ocean Division with Peak Performance Esports as our final team into the Ocean Division. Now, this is going to be left up for just a few minutes. The music is going to keep playing. We'll say that at 7:10, the stream will return with the UCL. So we're just going to give a couple minutes for everybody to make sure that everybody's seen it, make sure that they know what they're looking at, know what they're going towards. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what this means now is that we are about to transition over to the UCL. And what that means is that, oh, there's going to be a ton of teams here. Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the UML that has a ton of teams. I'm going crazy because of just how many teams there are in the UML. So, starting off with the UCL, let me pull up our Rusty Trusty Randomizer. It's actually a really cool thing. Again, it allowed us to help seed all of the teams and then apply those seeds into our randomization and therefore draw the groups really nicely. If anybody wants those randomizations, we can very easily send you that if you want. Message myself or Garrett after the stream, and we can send you the randomized results. Because again, with the site that we use, it completely randomizes everything. It is amazing. So, starting off in the Upsurge Contenders League, it is going to be in the Cloud Division, our first Pool S team out of the 32 teams, I believe, that are in the UCL. It is going to be Mad City into the Cloud Division, spelled with 2 capital A's, by the way, going by the Darken way of thinking. And now onto the Infernal Division, our first S-tier team is going to be the University of Michigan Esports. Marines. And up next into the Mountain Division will be our first S-tier team, being Grin Imposters. Over to the Ocean Division, and our first S-tier team is going to be World Class Esports. Now back over to the Cloud Division, where our second S-tier team into that group will be Illinois College Varsity. And our next team to be pulled out of the S-tier into the Infernal Division will be the Bay State College Bulldogs. And moving over to our final S-tier team for the Mountain Division, that will be Phoenix Carnage. And with that, it means that our final S-tier team, Drex Tempest, will be placed into the Ocean Division. So there are your S-tier teams for those divisions. And now, moving on to the A-tier teams, of which there are I forgot to specify that there were only 8 S-tier teams, but there are also only 8 A-tier teams. So that means that there will be 16 B-tier teams. To fill it out, that's going to be an extended process. But the first A-tier team drafted is going to be Dark Pulse into the Cloud Division. And then into the Infernal Division, our first A-tier team drafted is going to be Aqualix Esports. Apologies if I mispronounced that. Again, also guys, if I mispronounce your names or anything, message me after the stream and we will get it right for the broadcast during the season. And our first Mountain Division A-tier team is going to be Inertia Gaming. Into the Ocean Division is going to be my boys from my old stomping grounds. It is one of my favorite teams, Risen Esports, as the first A-tier team into it. You guys still spell esports wrong. That spelling tilts me. All right, and now on to our second A-tier team into the Cloud Division. That is going to be Miami University. And I'm not sure if that's Miami, Ohio, or like the U. Okay, so that's Miami, Ohio. So our boys over, including our guy, Cubby. I say, always love those guys. And our A-tier team into the Infernal Division, our final A-tier team into that division, is going to be SFU Academy. Now on to the Mountain Division. Our next A-tier team is going to be another SFU team. It's going to be SFU Raccoons. And then onto our final A-tier team into the Ocean Division. It is Dramatic Gaming. So now moving on, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the B-tier teams. And there are a lot of these. So the first one into the Cloud Division is going to be the Huskies. I'm not sure if that's a university team or not. Owner on the mic, that was a quick cue for you to tell me. But okay, moving on to the other other B-tier team into the Infernal Division. That is going to be Merc Derecho? How do I pronounce that? I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But moving on to the Mountain Division and their first Pool B team, it is going to be the Wolfpack of NC State. Moving on to the Ocean Division, our first Pool 3 team will be VCU Esports. And back up to the Cloud Division, where the Oregon State Beavers are our next B-tier team. And on to Infernal Division, we get to see some inter-organizational matchups here as Merc Nimbus is drafted into that division alongside their sister team, Derecho. And on to the Mountain Division again, where it will be Team Fish Taco as our next B-tier team. And for Ocean, the next B-tier team will be Glaive Maroon. Back up to the Cloud Division, and our next B-tier team will be Cosmic Insight. And now over to the Infernal Division, where our next B-tier team is the Ohio State University. Sorry, I couldn't resist it, even if Roll Tide, baby. So next up into the Mountain Division will be our second to last B-tier team for that group. It will be the University of Iowa Elite. Now on to the Ocean Division, where our next team will be the Tactical Thieves. And now our final Pool B team into the Cloud Division will be Soulbound Mirage. And into the Infernal Division, it will be the Boilermakers of Purdue University. And into Mountain Division, our last team will be Dawn. Nothing more creative? Okay. And for the Ocean Division, our final Pool B team will be the University of Minnesota. So, guys, we're going to leave that up for a few minutes. There are your teams in it. And remember, Cloud at the top left, Infernal top right, Mountain bottom left, Ocean bottom right. So we're going to leave that up until about 7:20, and then we're going to move on to the UML. That's going to be a long one, so stick around for that one. We'll see you then, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the long one, if you can't tell. As, there is one interesting issue on this thing. Let's fix that. All right, now there we go. That has been fixed. So now it is time for the UML, and it's 48 freaking teams. I got a glass of water, so my voice is primed for this crap. Let's get it underway, ladies and... Oops, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So the first team that is going to be drawn, as there are a lot of teams into the UML, so the way it's going to work is there will be one S-tier team, 4 A-tier teams, and one, I count one S guy in my ear. On my sheet, I have one S-tier team. I'm serious. Yeah, because there are one of those. Ooh. Yep, there's one S, 3 A's, and then one B into each group, I believe, or something like that. I wasn't the one who drew this one. It will be going. Oh. Okay, actually, I'm sorry. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. There was something a little bit messed up with this draw. I will need to fix it fairly quickly. If we're going to go to a short intermission, and we will be right back after. We will need about 2 minutes, if that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Apologies for that delay. Everything is fixed now. So, we're just going to roll right into, starting with the Cloud Division. Again, there are 8 divisions in this league. That will be Cloud, Infernal, Mountain, Ocean, Baron, Elder, Scuttle, and then Rift. I know on the screen it will say Herald, because when I made the graphic, I did not know it was Rift. I thought it would say Herald. So, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on to our very first team drawn into the UML, and the very first team drawn into the Cloud Division from our S pool, of which there are 16 teams, so 2 teams from the S pool into each one. The first one will be Edoxa. And into the Infernal Division, our next team will be, our first S tier team will be the Glue Eaters. And into the Mountain Division, our first S-tier team will be the team, I believe, with the longest name in this freaking league. That will be Crystal Cave Gaming Rose Quartz. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up, it is going to be the first team into Ocean Division, which will be Premier Esports from the pool, the S pool. All right, now fading over to the Baron, Elder, Herald, and Scuttle. Into the Baron Division, our first Pool 1 team will be Team Enigma Paradox. And up next, the first S-tier team into the Elder Division will be Dragonclaw. And into the Scuttle Division, our first S-tier team will be Cherry Blossom Esports. And into the Rift Division, not Herald as it says on the screen, but we're going to stick with it for now, it will be Mizzou Esports. SEC. But now, moving back over to the Cloud Division, I'm just going to let that linger for about 3, 2, 1, fading back. For the Cloud Division, our second S-tier team is going to be UNT Esports. And into the Infernal Division, our next S-tier team will be US Army Esports. And into the Mountain Division for our final S-tier team in that division will be the Goth Boy Click. Love that name. And next up into the Ocean Division will be Iceborne Winner's Queue. Okay, gotta ask, did you guys just throw together 3 random words? All right, now back over to Baron, Elder, Scuttle, and Herald. Or Rift, that is. That's going to mess me up all night. As our next team into the Baron Division is going to be the USC Trojan Esports team. And now into the Elder Division, our next S-tier team will be World Class Esports. And double checking for person in my ear, was it UML or UCL that was an all World Class final? That was the UML, wasn't it? Yes, it looks like World Class coming into the Elder Division trying to defend their title. So next up into the Scuttle Division, it is going to be Black Mamba Esports. Rest in peace, Kobe. Now into the Rift Division, it will be Illinois Wesleyan University Titan Green as our final Pool S team. I'm going to let that linger for just a second more. Misclicks happen, but I hate that logo, so I don't mind it getting destroyed again. So now moving on to the Cloud Division for our first Pool A team, it will be Orbital Gaming. And onto the Infernal Division, where once again we have a Dawn team being selected. That will be Dawn Premier. I swear, it's like a zombie. It always comes back from the dead. And now onto the Mountain Division, where the next team from Pool A will be Cloud Gaming, spelled Klowd. And into the Ocean Division will be the team Blacklist. Let that linger for just a second more. And now on to the Monsters, as it will be Akuma Blades as the first A-tier team into the Baron Division. And into the Elder Division, it will be the Binks Warriors. And into Scuttle Division, the first A-tier team will be Michigan Tech. And now for the Rift Division, the first A-tier team will be the Akuma Claymores. All right, and let that linger for just a second more, as now for the final A-tier team of each of the Dragon Divisions, the last A-tier team into the Cloud Division will be Arizona State University. And into the Infernal Division will be CGC at UIC A. A lot of letters. And the last A-tier team into Mountain Division will be the Michigan State University C team. And into the Ocean Division, it will be Supernova Spirits. Gonna let that linger for just a second more, and boom, it's gone. On to the Monsters, where the next A-tier team will be ONU Varsity. And for the Elder Division, it will be IWU Titan White. And here for the Scuttle Division, the next Pool A team will be the UMBC Retrievers. And the final Pool A team, and we'll go into the Rift Division, and that will be Wolfpack Frost. Give that 5, 4, 3, 2, just kidding. Now on to the Cloud Division for our last pool for the UML. That will be our Pool B teams. And the first one off the board is going to be Wasted Potential into the Cloud Division. And now into the Infernal Division will be the Ohio State University. Shame we didn't get something like Michigan State versus Ohio State again. It's always a great rivalry. But keeping into the Northeast, it looks like it will be into the Mountain Division. The New England Storm Wolves Lightning. I lied about Crystal Cave having the longest name. Holy crap. Now on to another team with a ridiculously long name. Into the Ocean Division, it is the Triple Buff Esports Booty Blasters. Say that 5 times fast. I can hear my boss laughing in my ear, guys, and he's just laughing his tail off the fact that he's having me say these names out loud. But into the Baron Division here in just a second. The first Pool B team will be Nautical TSQ. And into the Elder Division, our next team will be Eclipse Esports. Into the Scuttle Division, our first Pool B team will be Hydra Gaming. And into the Rift Division, it will be Ferocity Esports. Let that linger for just a second more. That way everybody can sort of take your screenshots, yada yada. All right, back to the Dragons, where our next and final, I believe, Pool B team for this group will be No Stance Udyr. God, that champion needs a rework. And next up into the Infernal Division will be Milligan University. And into the Mountain Division will be Illinois College Academy. Finally, a team with a normal length name in that group. All right, next up into the Ocean Division will be the Yukon Chess Team. Is that a joke on like how TSM just got chess teams? I don't know. But all right, moving over back to the Monsters. Now into the Baron Division. The final team into the Baron Division will be Sam No Good. And into the Elder Division, that final team will be Ithaca College. And into the Scuttle Division, our final Pool B team into that group will be Sage. And into the Rift Division, our final team into the UML will be Draw 4 Idiot. No, you draw 4 idiots! Now what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to leave this up here for a little bit. I'm going to leave this one up for about another 2-3 minutes, and then I'm going to swap back over to the other one. That way everybody can take their pictures there. And then we're going to move on to the UJL, all right? So with that, I will see you guys in about 5 minutes. I'm just gonna move my mouse over onto the screen for a second and just show you guys. I mean, I imagine my boss had a great time, a great laugh, seeing the fact that he's actually not here at the moment, having me say this name on stream. I bet that he thought that was hilarious. All right. All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, I'm the one and only Hypertension here for the UJL this time. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The way that this one is going to work is that there are 8 Pool S teams. There are 8 Pool A teams, and there are 16 Pool B teams. Again, randomly drawn. If you want to see that after the stream, emphasis on after the stream. If you message me during it, I'm going to ignore you, just saying. But if you want to see our randomizer after the stream, message Garrett or I, and we can send it to you. And now that we are moving on to the Upsurge Junior League, the first team drawn into the Cloud Division of the Upsurge Junior League will be Crystal Cave Gaming Citrine. I believe I said that correctly. And now up next into the Infernal Division, the first Pool A team, Pool S team will be Team Enigma Calamity. Into the Mountain Division, and our first Pool S team will be Orbital Gaming Chrome. Mountain, not Cloud. The funny part, ladies and gentlemen, is he said that it's like, I haven't messed up yet. He's like, I haven't messed up with my copy-paste yet. Finally did. But now into the Ocean Division, our first Pool S team will be Oasis Breeze. Now back up to the Cloud Division, and the second Pool S team will be World Class Esports. And I feel bad for the Oregoner because in Infernal Division, It is Team Enigma Pariah as our other world, as our other S-class team. I promise you guys, it's completely random. I apologize. But no, now into the Mountain Division, our Pool S team will be Meme City Esports. And our final Pool S team, and this one will go into the Ocean Division, that's going to be World Class Eclipse. Now we are moving on to the Pool A teams, ladies and gentlemen, where League of Dolphins will be the first A team into the Cloud Division. And moving on to Infernal Division, where Oasis Officers will be the first team, Tier A team into the Infernal Division. And back to the Mountain Division, back to a very long-winded name with New England Stormwolves Thunder. To the Ocean Division, it will be Big Booty Esports. It's there from Pool A. Yep, BBE. There we go, baby. Cannot believe the things I let you make me say. All right, next up into the Cloud Division is going to be World Class Splash. Splash? Really, guys? All right. Next up into the Infernal Division, it will be ONU JV. And into the Mountain Division, it will be Old Man Gaming. Which means our final Pool A team to be slotted into a division will be No Fear Esports Nova. Esports spelled incorrectly, by the way, into the Ocean Division. Now we are on to our 16 Pool B teams. The first of which will be Dragon Fruits Esports, who will be going into the Cloud Division. Into our Infernal Division will be the First Blood Dongers. Raise 'em, boys. And into the Mountain Division, it will be Coog Esports. I'm sorry, I gotta do it in the Cartman voice. Coog. And into the Ocean Division is a name... Okay, okay. It's literally backwards spelled backwards. You guys could kiss my... Moving on. On to the Cloud Division. And our next Pool B team is going to be Drex Blank. And now on to the Infernal Division. Our next Pool B team will be Meme City Esports Glitch. On to the Mountain Division, and Copenhagen Hydra will be our next Pool B team. And into Ocean Division, another name I'm probably going to butcher, Catawba College, I believe. Alright guys, for probably butchering that. And now into the Cloud Division, our next Pool team will be Catalyst Carbon. And into the Infernal Division will be Akuma Shurikens from Pool B. Now over to the Mountain Division, it will be another team with a really long name, New England Storm Wolves Blizzard. New England Storm Wolves Blizzard. God, you guys know how to make a long name. And into the Ocean Division, it will be Orbital Gaming Eclipse. And now for the final Pool B teams of the UJL. Our first one will be into the Cloud Division. It will actually be one of our open slots. If you want to join the UJL, please message one of our 2 league admins, being Garrett or Snack Bear, also known as Alvaro, and we can slot you into the spot. Remember to message them. Try to do it after the stream because they're a little bit busy at the moment helping me out with this. But when the stream is over, message them, fill the slots, play UJL. Who knows? You may win. All right, and on to Infernal Division. It's going to be the other open slot that we have. We have 2 of them into the UJL. Again, send them in, and we'll take you. All right, now into the Mountain Division. Our final Pool 3 team, Pool B team to go in will be Team McDonald's. And that leaves UI Black as the final Pool B team that will be placed into the Ocean Division. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your teams for the UJL. This will be left up for, I would say, until about 7:50. And from there, we will move on to our final league of the night, which will be the UGL. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our final league of the night, it will be the newly instated Upsurge Gold League. In this, let me pull up our randomizer real quick. Spin that crap. And there we go. We have our results. In this, there will be one Pool S team. There will be one Pool A team. There will be two Pool B teams, one of which will be an open slot. Again, if you want to play in the Upsurge Gold League, message Garrett or Snack Bear after the stream. They can help you out to do it. Join the league, guys. Actually, a lot of fun to play in these kind of things. I would, but I'm terrible at League of Legends. I can talk it, I just can't play it. All right, but up first, our first Pool S team to go into the UGL. That will be Oasis, Nails, and Day Spa. Wait, are you kidding me? That's a real team name? All right. Into the Infernal League, contrasting that fiery dragon, will be Glacial Storm. And into the Mountain Division, it will be Oasis Esports Paradox. And into Ocean Division, it will be Eyes on Us Dusk as the Group S team. There are your four Group S teams. Now moving on to the Group A, where in the Cloud Division, it will be ASN. And into the Infernal Division, their Pool A team will be Roar. Except it's spelled in the, the meme way. Sorry. All right. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had to handle something real quick. Our next team going into it is going to be into the Mountain Division, 16-bit esports. Next up into the Ocean Division will be Unlucky Esports. Now we get to move on to the Pool B teams, where Drury Esports Academy will be our first Pool B team slotted into the Cloud Division. And into the Infernal Division, it will be League of Dolphins as their first Pool B team. And keeping the memes, Feed the Dreams will be placed into the Mountain Division. Into our Ocean Division, it will be University of Iowa Fire. And into the Cloud Division will actually be that open slot. So those are the 3 teams you will face if you do join the Upsurge Gold League. And now moving on to the Infernal League, where our final team into that division is going to be Ball State University. And into the Mountain Division, it will be Da Friends. And now on to the Ocean Division, the very last team into the Upsurge Gold League currently, it will be UI Matt Black. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your UGL teams. We're going to leave those up until about 7:55 Central Time, 8:55 Eastern, and then we will have a few announcements at the end of the stream. Stick around for those if you want to find out any information, because what I'm going to say will basically tell you like how things are going to work as far as announcements around here, how things are going to work in terms of how we're going to set up the schedule and whatnot. We'll cover that when we come back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it here for us tonight. But before we go, we do have a few announcements. First of all, I would like to say thank you for joining us here on the stream tonight. My voice is going to be tired tomorrow, but hey, it comes with the territory. I signed up for this crap. Next up, any sort of announcements and anything, including like when the schedules will be out, things like that, will be posted in the announcement channels of our main Upsurge League of Legends Discord here after the stream. If you have any questions, be sure to message Snackbear or Alpha about that. I'm sorry, Snack Bear or Garrett, Snack Bear is Alvaro. By the way, don't message me because I don't know any of this stuff. I just run the show. I don't help manage the league, so there's that. And in addition to that, if you are trying to become one of the teams into one of the open slots in either UJL, UGL, or Rocket League, be sure to message Snack Bear or Garrett. And from there, we will get into Discord text channels from you. I'll say with you guys, if you have any questions, be sure to message Garrett or Snack Bear. Anything from there. Schedules will be out within the next 2 days, so there is that to look forward to. And from there, we will also determine who is streamed. That will probably be done only 2 weeks in advance each week. That way we can keep it by ear, make sure that the best streams for the show are available. It's not going to be like previous years where we list out the entire stream schedule at the start of the season, because that did lead to several matchups being showed that really had no impact on things like playoffs comes down the line, and it really impacted the way that people wanted to watch the show. So instead, we're going to play it a little bit more by ear in terms of which matchup gets streamed. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it here for us at Upsurge Esports. We will see you next week for the start of the Upsurge fall season. Tune back in 2 weeks as well, when we will be drawing for Valorant and Rainbow Six Siege. In the meantime, join us on Monday for some UJL action. I believe that will be on our Upsurge League of Legends channel. But for the first main channel stream, that will be the UPL starting on Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern. I will be the one running that show, and it will be featuring, if I'm not mistaken, our lovely boys Travesty and Alk Battery. Guys, thank you for joining me. I am the one and only Hypertension. Was helped out here tonight by our lovely owner, Garrett. Goodbye, and good night.